Word gets around. There's some questions about this so-called philosophy you've come up with. You know, doing business a new way. I don't know how to explain that one.
Well, I've kept it strictly business, that's all.
I know what it's supposed to be, but the problem is, it'll never work.
It will work. It's working now.
In the short run, maybe, but over time. I was disappointed. You didn't call me when this was going down. I would have advised you against, unloading some of the divisions, the films, the girls, the recreational services.
More trouble than they're worth, Joe. I don't want them in my town or my organization.
Like I said, you should have called me. Don't sweat it. I made a deal with Detroit. They're mine now anyway.
I hadn't heard about that.
It just happened.
Congratulations, You're welcome to them. What about Cusack?
You tell me.
He was an idiot.
Now he's a dead idiot.
I was handling him.
Badly, Sonny. He was not getting out of your way. I took care of that for you.
I didn't ask you to.
Well, this is some thanks I'm getting.
You had your own history with Cusack. Don't lay it at my feet.
I did have a history with him, which made taking him out something of a pleasure. But I didn't need him dead. You did. But then it's not the first time, is it, kid? Something needs doing. You don't quite have the stomach for it. So Scully takes care of it for you. We've been here before.
What do you want?
Just a little payback. I never asked you for anything in return before.
Not in so many words.
You know how patiently I waited for Frank Smith to disappear? He always stuck in my craw.
So since I'm the one who got rid of him, that makes us even in the favor department.
Oh, there's a rumor that says you set Frank up. So your partner, Spencer, could even his own score with the old man. Once again, someone else doing the dirty work.
That's how you taught me, Joe. When you're the boss, keep your hands clean.
You have to know that you can pull the trigger when you need to. We don't know that about you yet, Sonny. But it's okay. You're young. You have years to learn. I know you better than anyone, son. Together, we can turn this into the most powerful organization in the East. And I can prepare you to take over when the time is right.
I already took over.
Do you know how many Kuzaks there are in this world? They're going to come out of the woodwork when they smell your weaknesses. And if you handle them like you handled Phil, we're all going to lose out.
Once again, Joe, what do you want from me?
A partnership. You and me. Just like we always imagined. Remember how I used to take you around? Introduce you to everyone like you were my son? You and me, Sonny.
I'm getting real nostalgic, Joe. Spell it out for me.
You run things here in Port Charles. I provide the money and the backup.
I'm not interested in that kind of muscle. I already told you that.
You're a dreamer, Sonny. You're going to need it. And soon.
I've got the finances completely covered. What else do you bring to the table?
History. You're my boy.
You know how I feel about you, Joe. You're more than my own father is to me. Every day a little piece of you is with me somehow. We made our split years ago. You're putting me in a bad position.
Not at all. If anything, I want to make your life easier. Hey, you don't have to give me an answer right now. Take your time. Use your head. Think about how we can make this work.
Yeah.
Look, we'll hash it out between us. That's what family does. Right. Again.
I'm not sure why I'm here. Maybe hope springs eternal, even for a guy like me.
I don't get it.
What's that?
I thought we got along pretty well.
We do. You're a terrific guy.
You're Sonny's old man.
Oh, I see. The loyalty thing. The enemy of my enemy, etc., etc.
I don't think that Sonny necessarily thinks of you as an enemy.
Well, I almost wish he would. It would be better than being invisible. Look, you guys have your own relationships with Sonny, and I have no desire to get in the way of that.
Maybe you guys will work it out.
Either we will, or we won't. I've got to take care of some things out front. I'll see you later.
You trust him?
I don't know. He seems to be trying awfully hard.
If what Sonny said about him is true.
Yeah. How's that cold?
I still have it.
Yeah, a couple of guys in Miguel's band are sick, too. You better keep your distance from me because I can't afford to get sick right now.
I'm way past the contagious part. I just can't seem to get rid of this sore throat.
Yeah?
That's why I took the night off, and Robin's coming over, and we are just going to hang out at home.
With or without Mac's permission?
I don't know. She has this whole speech totally planned, and she's fixed on how she would handle it.
Mm.
Of course, how Mac reacts is something completely different.
Where's your boyfriend?
He had a meeting.
Huh. It looks like we've both been left behind. What are you playing?
Poker. I'm trying to teach myself.
Well, I'll tell you, if you give me a couple of hours a week for a few months, I can turn you into the queen of a poker table.
Well, that sounds great to me. I've always wanted to be royalty.
You already are.
So, you really enjoyed winning last night, huh?
I like putting a hot shot in this place. Joe Scully. I guess Sonny told you all about him.
Of course he did.
But it didn't hit me until last night, right between the eyes. That's the guy that Sonny worked with after he left Brooklyn. When he left his mama to seek his own fortune.
Something like that.
Did he say why Scully was in town?
Yeah, Scully's in town on business, and he heard the club was opening, so he came to celebrate with us.
Is that so?
Why would you know about it?
Not much. I mean, I hadn't met the man until the other night. It's just, Sonny had some trouble when he was a kid, and I was hoping that Scully wasn't a part of all that.
I know that Sonny had problems, but that doesn't mean that everyone he was ever involved with is dirty.
Of course not.
I like Joe. He's smart, and he treats people really well, and he's really happy for Sonny's success.
Right.
And Sonny loves him, I can tell.
And you love Sonny. A lot.
More than a lot.
That's good. Because that's what really matters. And if I read Sonny right, he's crazy about you, too. Which means he will take good care of you and your record company and this club and your lives together. And if he's the kind of man I think he is, he won't let himself get drawn into anything that jeopardizes that.
Of course.
You ever heard of the phone?
Phones get tapped. Anyway, I was in the building.
Oh, I see. You just couldn't resist stopping in to see an old pal.
Yeah, but not you. Something's going down you need to be aware of.
I'm not like the sound of this.
Well, there's no need to panic. I'm just keeping you up to date on matters of mutual interest.
Okay.
There was a man I was associated with in New York, Joe Scully.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He and your father had an unspoken agreement. He stayed out of Frank's way. Frank left him alone.
Sounds pleasant enough.
Well, it worked. Meanwhile, Joe became somewhat of a